Hey, yo.
Bing bong.
Welcome to the MadHouse podcast. We back at it again.
Damn,
This might be the 200th subscriber special. Ooh. We cooking with grease. And we got a special guest today. My boy Alex.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody give him a nice warm welcome.
Hey, man. I'm happy to be here. This man is a wizard when it comes to
I don't know what he's
the tech, man. I just saw some crazy shit, man. That's all I got to say.
Well, you know, we had to do it, get you on here. Yeah. But, why don't you introduce yourself, let them know who you are, what you're about.
Yeah, I'm Alex Ofosu. I'm an entrepreneur. I run a car rental business. I also help people get their credit right. And, I live in Baltimore, Maryland. I've known these guys, how long?
At least
8, 7, 8 so far.
Yeah, man, since high school. So, yeah, man, these guys are great, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to it.
We brought him in for some financial advice.
Yes, sir. He kind of sold himself a little short there,
honestly.
But yes.
Because you're talking about me, the wizard, man. Some of the stuff we heard. Let's let the people hear it, man.
Just want to interrupt here. This video is sponsored by the good people over at MadHouse. We got crew necks, hats, shirts, hoodies, all different colors, all different sizes. You can use code MADNESS10 for 10% off for your first order. I'm still working on the free shipping. It's harder than it looks out here. I know. But if you support what we're doing here, I'd really appreciate it. Now back to the video.
Yeah, man. So my car rental business, I started in 2022. To be honest, I just kind of took a leap. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just got on Turo. I financed my first car, put on Turo, made some money.
How'd you even find out about Turo?
Yeah, I did a lot of YouTube University. So for me, I worked my 9 to 5 since 2021, right? And I was kind of struggling a little bit to pay the bills and everything. So I wanted to look at ways to make some extra money. So that's when I went on YouTube. I was just looking at different businesses, different side hustles. I came across the car rental business, and it made sense to me because, I like cars, it's high demand, and it's recession proof, which means no matter what's going on in the economy, people need cars, whether it's to travel, for work, to drive for Uber, Lyft, whatever it is. So that's what got me there.
Okay. So when you first found it, you were like, okay, this could be something sustainable that I can do.
Yeah, for sure. So when I first found it, I watched a 1 hour long YouTube video of a guy who had 30 cars, something crazy. He was going crazy out in Atlanta. His name is Matty J. So I just kind of, took some notes and followed the steps that he provided. I went out, financed my first car, which was a big risk, because a lot of people be scared to take the leap. But I did it. I was like, fuck it, what's the worst case scenario? And I started making some money from there, and I got off Turo, and I ended up building a business out of it on the private side. So that's what I do now.
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
Tough.
Now from that stand, were you working at your job that you have now during that time, or?
Yeah, so back then, that was 2 years ago. I was working for a company called New Horizons. They were like a computer learning center. I was working full-time, started a car rental business. I still work full-time now, so it's still, because it's passive enough, right? With the economy cars, I give it to people that drive it for Uber or Lyft. So they keep the car for months, man. I've had someone keep my car for 18 months straight.
Wow.
He paid the car 3 times over.
Dang. Yeah, that is crazy, man.
Yeah, so
that's honestly the way to do it, though.
Fire right there. That's fire.
Yeah, so that's the way I like to do it. It's super passive. And I ended up being able to scale. I have about 9 cars now. And scaling came from learning the credit side of things, right? The credit game, which is a whole different conversation.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. How'd you get into that? Out of high school, going in through college, how did you get into the financial side of what you do now? Yeah,
man. I hated college, man. I still haven't graduated. I hated college. After my first year, I did well. I didn't have bad grades or anything, but I just hated, it wasn't practical. The stuff that we're learning from people that have never done a business, that you know, most of the time, unless you're in STEM, like science, technology, engineering, math, most of the professors have never done what they're teaching you.
That is very true.
So you're just learning from a book.
Right.
And like it just didn't compute for me. So I ended up taking a year off college.
What were you majoring in?
So I initially majored in business administration. Now I'm majoring in data science. I'm still finishing up. So hopefully I finish up, you know, in the next couple of months here. This is my last year. So pretty excited about that. But yeah, man, that's I didn't like the college. I just jumped right into the workforce. And then I kind of try to figure it out in the workforce, but it was difficult because what I learned because I was in corporate, and what I learned is that you got to play the game, man.
Right.
You got to play the corporate game to move up, and that takes 10, 15 years. Imagine playing a game for 10, 15 years just to make 6 figures, man. Like that was too much for me. I'm like, I got to figure something else out, and that's what I did.
Realize the value of your time.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going through that right now. Like looking at my, I work like a blue collar. I work for the city.
Okay.
But it's like seeing that, like, okay, I have to be here for the next 15, 20 plus years just to make a decent living.
Yeah.
Like it really does start to get to you. Like, I don't know if this is like what it's cut out to be. So I'm glad you took this route.
Yeah, for sure. And our parents' generation, like, you know, a lot of people, we just listen to our parents. I don't listen to my parents. I tell them, like, thank you for the advice, but I'm going to do it my way.
Yeah,
because our parents can only tell us what they know.
Or what they
So you
experience.
got to keep that in mind when they're giving you advice. They know what they know. They do what they do because that's what they know.
And you got to remember too, that's a whole different generation. Like, just from working these blue collar jobs, you start to realize working with older coworkers, they're content with working the 9 to 5 for the rest of their lives, building up a pension, a retirement plan, or whatever, and just staying within that, you know, organized system instead of branching off to do something kind of unorthodox or whatever. They're all just like okay with the safe route, you know, and that's all they know. So now it's like us, newer generation, we're social media heavy. You know, we have all these influencers that are trying to show us all these different ways to make money from home because, like, I mean, I'll say it, our generation's lazy. You know, everybody wants to make money easily. Yeah. You know, and so like that's what we're focused on. That's what we're driven on right now.
Because it seems like it is. We're in a day and age that you can. So it feels like
That's exactly.
I think if so, say you had to start out right now, $0. All right, you ain't got nothing in the bank account.
Trash credit score, 550. No.
Well, no. We'll give you a good.
No. Give me the hardest scenario. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not saying let them build it up, bro. So you got no money saved up. You're in debt. Say you're at least like 10K in debt.
Okay.
And your credit score is like mid fives.
Okay.
Ooh.
What you gonna do? What's your first step?
So the very first thing you gotta do is make some income to survive, right? Everybody gotta understand that that's what a job is for, is to survive. But 9 out of 10 times, your job isn't gonna help you thrive unless you specialize in some kind of really special skill, right? If you're doing tech, whatever.
High demand type. Yeah.
I would just get a job anywhere I can just to survive. And then the second thing I would do is I would just invest in education. YouTube is a free source to start with, right? There's a lot of businesses that you can start with no money down and no credit. I'll give you the car rental one, right? You can run the car rental one with no money and no credit. How can you do that? Learn the game, and then talk to other people, investors, to take their cars and run it out for them. Right, that's one of the things I do.
And so you get like a percentage of it.
And you take the biggest percentage. You're doing all the work.
Right.
And he just get paid.
Yeah, okay, I see, huh?
So if you pitch it out, that's how I pitch it. I do all the work, just relax. You get paid at the start of the month, right? And I've worked with 3 investors. I had a guy give me a Tesla Model 3. We made like $900 in 2 weeks.
So wait, give me like
nice.
Like first, how do you find these people?
Yeah.
And then second, give me like a full on like how do you pitch them like?
Yeah. So you can find them on social media, like you said. Social media. Our generation is social media. I use Facebook, so I go in Facebook groups. Once you can go to the Toro host groups. You can go to people that have like cars like Teslas, depending on whatever car you want to do, because the car rental game is a pretty big market. There's like luxury, exotic, economy. Whatever you want to do, you just find the people that have those cars, right? And then you pitch them, right? Hey, my name is I do this. I do car rentals. I've been doing it since this, right? I see that you have this car or you're in this Facebook group, right? Are you interested in possibly learning about renting out your car to make passive income, pitch passive income, right? I do all the work and you take a percentage. That's how I pitch it, right? And I send 50 offers every single day. I still do that to this day.
That's where you make the money at right there.
I was gonna say that was going to be my next question. Is like how many people you hitting up, but that's beautiful to hear. 50 people a day,
every single day.
Yeah.
How long does that take you every day?
It takes less than an hour.
See, there you go.
It don't take that long.
There you go. Right
now
there.
I even have my virtual assistant do it because I don't want to do it. So it doesn't take long. It depends. To be honest, like most of it comes from how much you want it, right? Because there's always a way. There's always a way.
Always a way.
There's always a way. So that's the way. When I'm talking to people, I'm like, just find a way. Like if you really want to do it, just find a way.
Real shit.
Damn, son.
Real shit. Make it happen.
Wise words.
Now, how long do you see yourself being in the car rental space?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. My goal is to hit 50 cars. I want to do it by the end of this year.
That is fine.
This year, tough.
50 cars by the end of this year. I know it sounds crazy, but when I explain it, it will make sense. And then I will probably stop at 50 because I want to continue into my real estate journey because I want to buy more houses.
I was gonna ask if you would do like Airbnb if that was next for you or something like that. Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
Are you looking into Airbnb or like?
Yeah, like I have a house right now that I'm working on to stage it and get it ready and everything.
Fire.
But that's a lot of work. So I'm looking to like kind of build systems around it as opposed to do it all myself.
Right.
So, but I mean, I'm at that stage, right? When I first started, I did everything myself. Everything. Like everything. Like,
ooh, I know that gets tiring, bro.
Yeah. So, and there's stages to everything in life, right? You have to do it yourself at the start because you don't have money to pay people and that kind of thing. So,
Work yourself to a point where then you can
yeah.
invest into yourself again.
Exactly.
You know?
That's exactly what it is. And I always invest in my education. Like I invest in mentors and that kind of thing too. So
That stuff really pays. And see, like, so give your most unbiased opinion on that, because if you ask people like mentors, like I think mentors are great. It's a great idea, but there's other people that think, it could be a waste of money and all.
Yeah.
So what's your personal unbiased opinion on it?
Yeah, my honest opinion on it is you gotta vet your mentor. Like there's a lot of scammers out there on social media. It's just the nature of it, right? It's
Exactly.
everybody's gonna be a guru. So look at who's doing it currently. That's number one. If they're not doing it right now, don't invest in them. If they're just selling a course, if they're not doing what they're saying, they're selling you, don't invest in them. That's one. How long have they been doing it, right? For me, they have to do it longer than me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I don't get no value if they haven't been doing it longer than me.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for 3 years now, so they got to do it for at least 5.
Okay, I was about to say, what's that like minimum for you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool.
And then look at their testimonies. Like look at the results they've produced. That's how you got to do it. And then I would invest in mentors, right? But do it very smartly. Don't just give your money to anyone because we work hard for that shit too. So
Yeah, facts, bro.
yeah.
Can't be giving away some random, but I definitely like the mentor thing. I've been trying to find it is hard to find somebody who you can one vet and then who's on the level that's like, okay, this is where I want to be. That'll give you time of day as well.
Yeah.
I guess you just have to prove your value to them.
For sure. I mean sometimes you have to pay to be in the rooms, whatever.
Right.
But I see it as an investment in myself because to be there, you have to believe that you get the money back straight away.
Exactly.
Right. So that's the way I see it too.
Hell yeah.
Now on the financial advisor side of things, now you said you've seen some horror stories with people and their credit. First off, what's the worst story you've heard, and then what even took you down the path of wanting to be like a financial advisor?
I'm gonna answer the second one first. So I did not intentionally go down this path.
Okay.
It just kind of happened. So I guess people kind of came to me because they saw what I was doing, right?
From the Toro.
Yeah, from Turo and car rentals and that kind of thing. And I've helped a few people get out of bad car loans. Like I've seen one of my friends, I'm not gonna say his name, he had like 18% interest rate on his car.
Wow.
I'm like, damn, how did you end up here, right? So we just used some simple credit boosting techniques to get his credit score up 50 points, 60 points.
Damn,
and then he
nice.
refinanced out into a 6% loan. Which is,
Sheesh.
right. Saved them half. Because you pay that car twice with an 18% loan.
So what are some of those? Oh, we can get back to it, but
Yeah.
What are
All
some
right.
of those?
We'll talk about
I
it.
need those personally.
But yeah, that was one. So as far as the horror stories, I saw one dude with a credit profile, and he had collections on pretty much almost all his accounts.
Oh,
He tried to do a business, and this is the bad side of business that we have to be transparent about, right? He tried to start like a jet ski business, so he went out and financed all these jet skis, and he couldn't pay him.
Right.
And he's like in litigation, like they're taking him to court.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So the best way I assume would be to start with one and scale
Start with-
up, right?
Start with one. If you're if you have cash, you can take that risk.
Yeah. Right.
But if you're financing, start with one. Always start with one. I started with one car.
Yeah.
I financed one car.
Scale your business and monetize.
Yeah, like be smart about it. Don't just go. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. You know.
Right.
So.
Bruh, nah, I feel that. That's actually insane.
He took a chance. He took a chance on himself for real. He took a chance on himself.
And jet ski business is expensive, man. If you don't got cash for that type of business.
And honestly, I wouldn't even say Maryland is like the best.
Nah, he
place.
wasn't in Maryland. He was in Florida.
I'm saying, there's
he
no
wasn't-
way.
I was about to say that's why I was just like, all right.
There's no way, bro.
Nah, he wasn't in Maryland. But yeah, jet ski business is very expensive, and also that comes from like mentorship, right? If you have a good mentor, he'll tell you don't do that.
That's true. Yeah, you're in way over your head.
Yeah.
Let me grab 4 or 5 jet skis real quick.
Right.
Get it popping.
I genuinely think that people can do a lot better with their finances with a little guidance. With just a little bit of the knowledge that
Definitely.
you have to give, people
Definitely.
can really do a lot better with their
Yeah, and when it comes to like finances, right? It's really just about controlling the desire, because a lot of times we want things like right now when we don't understand like the process to get it. So just take a little bit of time and understand the process it would take for you to get what you want. If you want a Corvette, whatever you want, right? You can get it, but there's a process to it as opposed to like trying to.
Just trying to like.
Yeah.
I definitely am a victim of that. My patience is about this, then. You know, I always look for instant gratification and shit, just because I want to feel that sense of whatever it
It's
is
hard.
at that moment.
It's hard because we we're in a consumer society.
Yeah.
It's
Buy,
a
buy,
need
buy.
to want. Yeah, like want.
It's like,
want,
oh, I need that,
need,
but I don't really need any of that. It just would make me feel good to have it. But like in reality,
Nah, I'm a victim of that too. I had to learn.
Shut up.
I had to learn delayed gratification. Like I had to learn that. Like, and you learn that either by making mistakes or by listening to someone that tells you not to do it.
Yeah.
So you learn it one way or another,
Yeah,
right?
that's
So
it.
that's just the way it is.
So now back to what I was asking, those tips on to increase your credit score real quick. So what's some quick little things that you can do just to like start off with?
Yeah, so just depending on where you are, right? So let's say you don't have much credit. So when it comes to credit, right, your report is built out this way: your payment history, your age, your utilization, and I can go into detail on all of them. And then what's the other thing? Credit history, age, utilization, and your inquiries. Your inquiries is, you guys know what inquiries are, right? Yeah. So those are the 4 things that make up the score, right? So if you have bad payment history, which means you're not paying on time, you need to repair. You need to dispute, right? And there's different ways you can dispute. You can send dispute letters to the credit bureaus. You can go on this website called consumerfinance.gov, set up an account, and you can do all your disputes online that way.
Automatically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the way I do it.
Could you say it one more time for the people in the back?
Let me write that down real quick.
There's a website. Yeah, that's a website. It's a government website. It's the CFPB, which is the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. It's set up to protect consumers from predatory creditors.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you can use that to dispute any bad reports, because there are laws, actually, believe it or not, there are laws that govern how they can report things to your profile. So they can't, like, for example, let's say you miss a payment, they can't report it until they send you a letter saying that you missed the payment.
Do I have to confirm that it's me? Like,
No, okay,
like,
okay.
you know how they send you the letter or they call you,
There's-
and they're like, is this so and so? You know, because they can't really technically put that on you until you confirm it's you, right?
That's
Exactly.
why you always say,
Exactly.
Yeah. May I ask who this is first? Yeah, they're like, oh, it's a business matter. Is this so? I'm like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, and when it comes to credit repair, it's about being smart, doing things like that,
Okay.
right? So if you understand the game, you know you can play it. You know what I'm saying? And it's really just a game. Like I see life, I gamify life. Life is just a game to me. So if you learn how to play, if you learn the rules, you can know how to play it to your favor.
Yeah.
Right? Because, bro, I'm telling you, the people that are making money, they're playing the game.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
They're playing the game.
Well,
you know,
We trying.
you know Alex Hermosi.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what. Every time I watch him, I feel like this motherfucker's just got this shit on
Yeah.
lock.
Yeah.
Like
This shit is
snap of a
crazy.
finger, everything just
Yeah, and-
fluidly runs.
Yeah, and once you, like I said, it's an information gap, right, between like where you are and where you want to be. It's just the information, because most of the people, they're not smarter than us, bro. They're not like.
People will think that they are, or
You
try to
think
project that they are.
Yeah, you would think that they're like, they're some superior beings. That's why they're making all this money, but like, it's just what they know, right? They know something that you don't, and that's all it is.
Right. And
Okay.
it's so funny. I forget what Myron Golden.
Yeah.
Like he had a perfect quote about that, to where it's like, if I knew the information that could get you $1 million, like how much are you willing to pay me for that? Like that's all it is just an information gap.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
If
it.
you know I can give you $1 million, how much do you think that's worth? Basically, do you think
Yeah.
it's worth $1 million? Because you'll double that, triple that, whatever.
Yeah, he was talking about how he upped his prices because he realized, he was making people so much more money than
Yeah.
like he was charging them,
Yeah,
Okay,
which is
yeah.
crazy.
and that's the whole mentorship game.
Right.
that's what it is.
So what would be your next step? The first step would be to dispute all those transactions and all that. So what would be next?
Yeah, the next step is your age, right? So with your age, you can manufacture it. What I mean by that is, so let's say your mom has a credit card. She's had the credit card for 20 years. She's paid on time every single time for 20 years. She can add you as an authorized user, and now that credit card reports to your profile as you being a user, like you've used that card.
Y'all better be paying attention because I'm about to use this shit. Like,
Honestly, yeah, my mom does that with me. Thank you.
There you go. You got
but I gotta, my parents, I gotta find somebody who got a good credit.
and it doesn't have to be your parent.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I got five. 'Cause
Right?
My
And
parents.
on top of that, there are things called trade lines where people sell things like that.
Okay, nice,
Wow.
nice. I didn't know. I
That's
didn't think they did
crazy.
So
So people
like-
are like selling their good credit?
They're selling their good credit. So you can monetize your credit.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Is there a site for that?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
TradeLineSupply.com.
TradeLineSupply.com. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna have to rewatch this one back.
But look, I'm just gonna say it
This is
3
gonna be
times.
my most watched video of the year.
TradeLineSupply.com. There we
Hold
go.
on. You better sponsor us now.
Thanks.
Now, if you have good credit, I would be careful though, because the credit bureaus, the banks, the creditors, like the one that give you your cards, they catch on to these things. So you can't put too many people as authorized users. Otherwise, they can't take that card away from you.
Right. Okay.
So just be smart about it. Like, I would stick it with friends and family members, and then if you want to make a business out of it, you have to learn how to actually do it instead of just trying to do it yourself.
Right, just
Yeah.
hopping in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's fire.
Yo, that is, I did not know that. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Very, very
People
good
selling their
knowledge.
good credit, man.
Yeah, you can sell your good credit. Yes, sir.
So when,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, like, as far as credit, did you learn this all from like YouTube or like?
Nah, I invested in some courses and mentorship for the credit.
Nice.
Then that's how I learned all of that, and I learned to leverage my man. And I'm still learning to leverage because credit doesn't end. So people, you can't run out of credit. You can run out of cash, right? But you can never run out of credit, and that's the game, and that's the whole game of that's the $1 million game right there.
Credit is
Is
king.
it
Boy,
possible
they
that
always
the person
say it.
with the best credit in the world is like just selling their credit? Like, what is like? I wonder what the best credit score in the world.
I think it's like
What's the highest.
850.
It's
It's the highest, right?
So
Yeah.
you can't go over 850.
You can't go over
So
50.
you got people who are selling 850 credit scores.
Well, they're selling their
Their
cards.
cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Authorized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
authorized.
Authorized user. Yeah.
For their
And they're
authorized
sort of
users.
really selling their good history is basically
The
what it is.
history is literally what talks and speaks for itself when you have credit.
That's fire. I had no idea. What'd you say the website was again?
Trade line supply.
TradeLineSupply.com. Check that out whenever you guys get the chance. and watch it.
Shit.
You're
Okay.
absolutely
Credit
right.
together.
Credit is definitely the end game.
It is.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, shit, man. Most of this stuff was bought on credit. And
Yeah.
If you can, like, leverage it right
Yeah.
and get it right, yeah, you can make you a ton of money.
You know what? Speaking of that, what's your opinion on consolidating credit?
It depends how deep you are in the hole. So if you're if you're past 90 days in late payments, it's probably good to do that. If you're like at a 60-day, I would say call the bank or whoever you're late with and try to work something out. A lot of times they'll break up the payments, so you can make the payments, and then if you're lucky, they might even remove it off your report after you finish paying it off. So that's what I would say. But I got a question for y'all. So I'm trying to make y'all think a little bit. So we just talked about credit and leveraging credit, right? You guys running the podcast, right? Imagine you can leverage your credit, get access to some money, hire a virtual assistant, and each episode they post 3 clips on all the social media sites. How many views do you think you can get in like 30 days? Every single day for the next 30 days.
It depends on how good they are at detecting what's going to be viral and what's. If they knew, like, say they
You're asking him that's the wrong person to ask, because he'll get real technical with it. He'll get real technical with it. He'll be like, all right, well, it needs to be the right clip.
No,
it needs to be the right edit. He's right.
But let's say all that's right. Like, let's say they are.
Let's say all that's right. Let's say you hire someone that's good at what they do.
Yeah, they know.
Exactly. If it was like that, yeah, the growth would be insane. If I could just leave somebody like, okay, you take care of the editing and marketing side of it.
All we gotta do is sit down.
Yeah, it would go crazy.
So that might be something we may have to do in the near future, you know.
Honestly,
in the near future.
Yeah.
We'll see how this autocut goes.
Yeah, you know, we're making steps. We're making the steps.
Come on, drop some comments. Drop some.
Y'all gotta drop some likes and comments.
I'm always
bro.
giving the
Fire. Make sure it drop. What's your socials? It's your social handles.
Alex Otto on Instagram. So
Okay.
Alex Otto on Instagram.
Okay, that's for all your socials.
That's just Instagram. My
The ones you
Facebook,
wanna promote,
Alex Afosu. But Instagram is what I mostly use. So Alex
Right,
Otto.
you don't want randoms. Family.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, just the ones that you wanna
Yeah.
promote your followers to. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Shit. So, man. So we already know what's next for you.
I would say I want to know what's not next for you. What is the end game? Like, if you were to show somebody or even tell somebody like, hey, I'm worth blank. What's that number? What do you want to end with?
Damn, I've never even thought about that for real. For me, to be honest, my goal is pretty simple, man. I just want a nice car. I just want like a supercar. That's it for real. I just want to pull up in the crazy whip, and that's it. I haven't thought about anything deeper than that. But obviously, you know, like I'm in a position where I can help like my family and stuff, my mom, my sisters. And it's good, and that's good, but that's not really I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for me. Like, I'm doing it for me because this is what I like, right? I wanna have nice things. So that's what it is. But to answer your question, I guess I would say 10 mil? Let's say 10 mil.
Okay.
I'm worth 10 mil.
That's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Hell yeah.
Yo, my nigga Alex, that nigga worth 10
Hell
mil.
yeah. To put it. You see how many zeros that is?
And we'll see how the number changes over time.
Over time,
the number
yeah.
just might go up.
Yeah, and that's what it is, right? Once you hit your first goal, to be honest, like, I started, I'm like, I want 5 cars. I hit 5 cars. I want 10. Now I'm about to hit 10. Now I want 50. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit 50 and be like, I want 100, you know?
Hell
so
yeah. Hell
things change. Once you hit your goal, you want more and more. And that's a good thing, right? It forces you to, like, keep searching.
Mm-hmm. And think differently. Like, you just know, I always fuck the quote up. But it's like, what? let me help you out. What's that quote?
What it took to get here ain't what it's gonna take to get you there.
Right.
Something like that.
So basically, you know, like, what it took to get your first car isn't like, now that you're on your 10th car, you know, like, getting that first car now be a snap. Just like when you get to your 50th, like you're gonna look back and be like, man, if I could, if somebody came to me and was like wanted to learn this game, I could teach them so easy.
Like, you could go back to just the 10 if you need to. You got 50, but you could go back to the 10.
Yeah, you could always go backwards. Yeah. It's pretty simple, but like going forward is a challenge, right? So I'm always thinking about how I can just
figuring out those systems really like.
And now I'm at a stage where it's about systems. Because I can't manage 10 cars. If I want to get to 50, I can't do all that by myself.
Yeah. Everything it's all about automation nowadays.
Yeah. So and that's the next step for me to do that.
But that's a relief though too. It's like it's all about automation, and it's like you think about it. So, well, I guess it's not all too bad. It's gonna now free up my time, allow me to do more things. So
4-hour work week.
Yeah, I think great book, by the way. If you haven't read that book, read that book.
We're dropping too many sponsors in this video.
That's free promo, man.
You're right. You better pay us, man. I need an Audible sponsor. I see y'all on Squarespace. But I was damn it! I lost my train of thought. Fuck.
Look, I got a question.
Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to somebody who wants to basically be a mentor, like who wants to start off as or become a financial advisor, like give back and help people? What advice would, because you, like we said, you gotta vet the people that you're trying to get a mentorship from or whatever. So what advice would you give them to show that they're serious and to show that they have like a leg up in the game?
So are you saying to get a mentor or to be a mentor?
To be a mentor.
To be a mentor? Yeah. You gotta master something.
Right.
So I would say like focus on one thing and master it. If you do one thing, like I'm in the 3-year stage, and I see, because if you watch Alex Hormozy, he talks about focusing on one thing for 5 years, right? And now I see the reason why, because year 3 in, like I know so much about car rentals, like I can talk for hours about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So imagine now at 5 years, when somebody comes to you for that specific thing, they'll immediately be like, damn, this nigga.
Know exactly what he's talking about. Hell yeah.
And that's how when they're vetting you, they'll understand that you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because you've been through it, like you've already got the experience.
It's okay, but I'm glad you said that though. So what would you say to encourage people from getting discouraged about that time?
Yeah. I mean, you're right. That's a long time. Telling someone to do something for 5 years, they're gonna be like, you're crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Especially at getting to our age, 25, 30 years old or whatever. It's like 5 years. If you're 30, that's 35.
Yeah.
So on. So.
What I'll say to that is 5 years is gonna come anyway, right?
Right.
So
it's gonna happen
you're either gonna be where you want to be, or you're gonna be still trying to start.
Real shit. There you go.
But there's really no shortcut. Like there actually isn't. I wish there was. I wish I could come here and give you a shortcut. There isn't. You just gotta specialize in one thing and try to be the best at it in your space, and that's one. And two, one of the things I'm learning now is trying to put yourself out there as the specialist in that one thing, right? So become good at one thing, and then put yourself out there to other people to see that you're good at this thing, and then that's how you get people to come to you for that thing.
Cool.
That
Nice.
means hit my boy up.
Yes. Dropping gems right
Need a
now.
car rental. Hit my boy up. God damn it. Come
This is
on.
the guy you want to
Stop
see.
playing.
Hey, anything with credit, I got you, man.
He's got you.
Yeah.
All these gems.
I know.
All
I'm
these
tapping in
gems.
my damn self. I know that for sure.
I know it's plenty of people out there that need some credit. Help. I don't know this place.
Right. Yeah, like,
Don't be scared. All right. Don't be modest now.
So what is the supercar you want?
So I actually wanted an entry level Aston Martin. Yeah, that's something I've been.
I'm about to say, those aren't even that like.
They're not that expensive.
But even also like feature wise and all that, they're not even that like crazy, right?
Yeah, they're not that crazy compared to like Lambos, and McLarens, and Ferraris. But that's like something I want in the like near future. So I'm seeing if I can pull that off.
Yeah, that motherfucker pull out with that. That motherfucker.
But yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, to be honest, it's not really more complicated for me than that, right? Find your reason why. If your reason why is strong, all the excuses, anything that happens on the way, like you keep pushing through it.
Wait, did we even ask you that? What is your reason why?
The car.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. So, all right, I guess as simple as that. As simple as that. You said, I feel it. I fuck with it, nigga.
Yeah, so that's it. And like, I've had some crazy challenges. Like, I didn't always make money in this business. If I'm being transparent, right? There was a time. What was it? Early in 2023. No, late 2023, early 2024, which was the start of last year, right? I lost 2 cars in accidents.
Oh damn.
I had 4 cars at this stage. I had lost 2 in accidents. I had 2 jobs. I lost both my jobs at the same time. I was like,
I didn't even think about the accident part of it, like the whole liability part of it. I didn't think.
And it happens. It happened. Like that's gonna be a normal thing for you to deal with. Now when it happens, like I'm like, all right, whatever, because I got my shit down. I got my insurance game down. I got all the processes down for when things happen. But back then, like I freaked out, right? And I didn't have any way to make money. I had to wake up. I was waking up at like 6 a.m. and grinding, like going to drive for Uber to make some money. I did what I had to do to make the money to stay alive, because it was either at that stage I had 2 choices: grind it out or quit. And I just refused to quit.
He was not gonna quit.
Yeah, I just refused to quit. That's what it is.
You were just saying the other day, the only way you don't make it is if you quit.
If you quit, that's it.
That's the only way. Only way.
That's the only way.
Yeah, and now thinking about it a year later, I'm at 9 cars. If I had quit, it would have ended right there.
Right.
All right, yeah, let's get another round
That's
of
a
applause.
fucking
That's
testimonial
motivation right there.
in itself right there. Like what? Like come on, dog.
Yeah,
A
so-
year fucking difference.
Yeah, and a year feels like a long time, but bro, that shit can like that.
Fly by.
Yeah.
Fly by.
It can.
When you get in that zone and you just dedicated to yourself, you just trying to get out that spot.
Yeah,
Especially now that we're getting older too, it's like these years are starting to fly, son.
And especially
they
with
are.
kids, boy.
yeah.
Tell you, the days just be gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
That means if you ain't doing what you want to do,
Do it.
now is the time.
Now-
Don't
Time to
ever
do it.
wait. Stop waiting. Stop being like, oh, I got to get this in place first. I got to make sure I have this. No, start with what you got and build up.
Yeah,
That's
What can
the
you
only
do right
way.
now? Right. What
It's
can
the
you do
only
right
way.
now? Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Damn.
So let me finish I didn't finish my credit. My credit.
Yeah.
So let's get into the utilization. That was the next part. So we talked about the payment history. We talked about the age.
Okay.
And I was talking about utilization. Utilization is just how much you use your credit card. So the credit bureaus report all your personal cards, right? If you're maxing them out, your credit score will go down because you look like a higher risk to the banks.
Right.
So there's different ways you can kind of
Build your trust.
yeah, build the trust and make your utilization look good. So like if you have 2 cards, what you can do is, so your card actually reports to your profile on one day.
I think it is.
So it doesn't report every single day, it only reports on one day, what the balance is on that day. So just make sure on that day, your balance is 0. Now if you don't have the money to do it, you can pull money from another card to pay it off.
I didn't even fucking think of that. Like using credit to pay credit. It
Yeah,
always
use
it
your credit to pay
sounds
credit.
it sounds insane,
crazy,
but fucking genius.
Yeah, you use your credit, and you can roll it back and forth like that. As long as you're not like taking on more debt, that would be okay, right? And that's how you keep your utilization low, right?
Oh, so you're saying you can transfer between cards?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Wow. So
Yeah, once you start to really open your mind to how credit is, you can use your credit. Like it's like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a game. Like it's actually just a game. If you think about it that way, then you can manipulate things and move them around to make it work for you, right? Everything should be working for you. Like everything, when you wake up, everything in your life should work. You're the main character, bro. Like we're all the main characters of our lives.
Yep.
Everything should work for us. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
shit though.
The bank should be working for me. They should be my partner.
And,
They need our business.
Yeah.
They need our business. We put
They
our
should
money
be
there.
working
You
Right.
feel me? If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be in business. So yeah. Shit.
now we're getting charged to put our money in.
Because think about it, right? You get $10,000, you go put it in the bank, and you know what they do?
They give that shit to other people.
and they lend it right to somebody else. They give them a 8% interest rate, and then they give you like 1% on your own money.
And
So
then you want to turn around and borrow that money, they're going to charge you another like 6%. Like it's,
Yeah. So what you should be doing is you should be leveraging the banks as investors and borrowers, as opposed to just putting money in there, right? If you have cash, you should be investing it, whether it's businesses, stock market, crypto, whatever you want to invest in. That's what you should use your cash for. But with the banks, you should be borrowing money from them to go make more money.
So you think? So would you put investing in like stocks over what are they, IRAs or whatever, like high interest rates
I feel like it's two different
funds.
things.
Yeah, I mean, this.
I know it's two different things, but like that's what I'm saying.
Right,
Yeah, I mean, there's multiple different ways to invest. A lot of people opt in for the passive. You can do that, but you're not gonna get as much. You get like 5 to 8% a year when you return on your investment. The best way to make money is active income, which is most people would think about it like a job, but you can run a business, a side hustle, anything on the side that you have to do to get the money. That's where you want to put all your energy in. If you don't have, like, if you have 100K in the bank account, by all means, go do your passive investments, because you get, like, you might get $2,000-$3,000 a month, which is good enough to like grow quickly.
Right.
But if you're not in that situation, you should be trying to make as much money as possible and investing on the back end.
So like working a 9 to 5, DoorDash and whatever, just like something basic scenarios, shit like that, saving that money to invest in something that is more beneficial.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think it's more, maybe for the average person, would you recommend them trying to find sticking with their job, trying to find a side hustle, starting a business, like what would you suggest for the average person trying to get enough money to invest?
Yeah, keep your job. So number one, keep your job. Don't leave your job. Especially if you get benefits at your job. The benefits, bro, trust me, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to quit your job, bro, all the benefits you lose, you're going to pay that for the money you make. So keep your job, take all the benefits, use your vacation, use all your vacation time, use all of it. And what you're gonna do is, on your days off and your vacation time, you're gonna be starting a side hustle or a business, right? And you do that until your side hustle or business makes 2 to 3 times what your job makes you. Then you can quit.
Okay.
If you want to, like, if you don't like your job, you can quit. Like, I like my job, so I don't think I'm gonna quit. But if you get to that stage, now you have the choice, right? Give yourself the choice and then decide what you want to do.
I like that 2 to 3 times income, because most people, I feel like as soon as they're making the same amount of money, they're like, all right.
They're like, it's time to go.
Right. But I like that 2 to 3 times your income.
Yeah, the reason why I'm saying 2 to 3 times is because running a side hustle or business comes with expenses.
Right.
So you can't just like forget the expenses just because your revenue is good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
not even just expenses, you got unpredictables too. That's all tied into it. So yeah, that's definitely 2 to 3 definitely sounds good. I feel like for us, we probably need like 12. 12 times. 12 times like shit. To really be comfortable and shit.
All right.
yeah, and I mean it's not one size fit all. Like, everybody's different in different scenarios. Some people can take more risk than others. Like my boy, he got fired from his job and he just never went back. Like, and now he's doing like $150K a year in his car rental business out in Richmond, Virginia. So like, and he's able to do that because he's in a position where he's comfortable enough taking more risk. Right. So everybody's different. You don't have to start a car rental business. You can start any business that you want to start. Some people trade stock market and make a lot of money. Some people trade crypto and make a lot of money, right? But you know, some people do businesses. Whichever one you want to do, just dedicate. I'm telling you, if you put 5 years in, you'll be successful. Just don't quit.
Right.
That's the secret. Just don't quit.
Just, and keep grinding too. It can't just be a passive.
Yeah, stay dedicated. Every day you got to do something to elevate yourself. You can never just be plateaued. Every day has to be a challenge.
Learning your risks.
For sure. And then the last thing is the inquiries. So when it comes to the inquiries are when you apply for stuff. They pull your profile and then it hits as an inquiry. The reason why they hit as an inquiry is so that, let's say you will go apply for like 10 credit cards and now you got 10 inquiries. The next bank you go to will see that you already applied for 10 and they'll deny you. But you can remove inquiries from your credit report. It's just a simple phone call to the credit bureau. You say the right things, they'll remove it in 24 hours.
What's the right things?
Yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, I don't mind sharing. So basically, you got to call into the fraud department. You got to say the inquiries are unauthorized, right? You got to mention the CFPB that we talked about.
Okay.
You got to say that you filed a report there. If they ask you if you filed a police report, you got to say yes. And then
Won't they ask for like a case number and all that shit though?
No, they won't.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah,
Just, and then if they give you pushback, just reiterate that. Make them understand that you know your consumer law. The inquiries were not authorized because they may not have been authorized, right? Who knows?
Right. You know?
And they could have been wrong.
Right. Exactly. It could have been wrong. Right. It could have. Maybe you didn't approve it, and you were somewhere and they did it without your approval. Right. You have those are your rights. You have the rights.
Where were you 2 years ago?
Really?
Oh my God.
Those are your rights. That's why you're protected by the CFPB. And then normally they'll say, okay, we'll investigate. Once they say they'll investigate, give us 24 to 48 hours. That's how you know that shit's coming off.
Hell yeah. I was about to say, it ain't nothing for them to take that shit off my damn record anyways.
How long
Couple
did
clicks of a
you
button.
stay on your report?
2 years.
2 years, y'all.
2 years.
This June we lit.
And so the longest something stays on is 7 years, right?
The longest any account stays on is 7 years. It's supposed to come up after 7 years, but 7 years is a long fucking. I'm not waiting 7 years.
I feel you. I feel you.
7 years is a long time.
But for those people that are on that fifth or sixth year, you're almost there. You're almost there. So hey, there's hope.
I'll never forget like just having to learn all these hard lessons through credit, like thinking, getting your first credit card, thinking like,
Thinking
oh shit, I got fucking $2,000 now, like let's go wild, and then learning real quick that it's not the case, man.
Yeah.
So please, if y'all don't heed anything, take my boy's advice, man.
Yeah. And credit is not to go buy shit, man. That's not what credit is for. Credit is to go make more money. That's what all it's for, right? You gotta pay the banks back, and with cards you gotta pay them back with high interest, right? So keep that in mind. That's the personal side. There's also business credit, which is a whole nother thing, and that's. I don't know whether you want to get into that, but
We can say that for another episode.
We ain't gonna give them all the sauce right now.
Yeah.
Because that's the one we really need. That's what we are.
Yeah, y'all gotta comment for a part 2 for that one. Make us drop that because we'll fuck around. Keep that for ourselves. We'll keep that shit for ourselves. If y'all really want it, then
I like that. If you want a part 2, man, you have to drop a comment.
Yes.
they gotta get a certain amount of likes, man, to get the part 2. It's a long drive for me, man.
There you go. So, all right, so give us the amount.
50 likes.
Okay, hold on, wait. Let's say like 5. Let's say
Man, they can do 50. They can
we
do
don't
50.
get a lot of likes, man. They don't.
All right. Let's say 5. Let's say 5.
Yeah, 5 likes to bring my boy back. I think we can do that.
Yeah,
we can
I
do
think
that.
we can get 10.
Hold on, all right. No, come on. Let's do like 10, 15, because we can get 5 between us.
I think we get 10.
Let's say 10 then.
We'll get 10.
That means
right?
if you are watching this right now, like the video. Don't just watch it.
Like
it.
comment, subscribe, all of that. Share.
Is there anything you want to leave them off with before we get up out of here?
Yeah, man. For me, Alex Auto is my Instagram. Like I said, if you need anything with credit, with auto financing, I specialize with cars. A lot of people get screwed over by the dealerships. So don't go to dealerships directly yourself without any information. They will take advantage of you. That's what they do. So if you need any help with that side of things, Alex Auto is my Instagram. If you DM me the word MadHouse, I'll give you a little something.
Hey, there we go.
There we go.
Oh, man.
You don't get no better than that. It don't get no better than that. Take advantage, because look, it's only going to be active for what?
This time is valuable.
Time is valuable. So if y'all don't hit them up within like the next month or something saying,
next 30 days,
MadHouse,
that's all right.
that shit goes away.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
You're my boy MadHouse, man. That lets you know you're active, you're willing, you're ready. You want to change your life. I know your credit's bad.
Right, we know.
I want to change your life.
Yes,
Just get that right.
Yes, sir.
That
Hell
was
yeah.
good, man.
Fire. I felt great about this episode.
For shows if I can't bring my Glock on the stage. Call me Young Rasta, I'm swinging this chopper. I aim at your head, then I'm chopping your dread. Run in your crib and we looking for work. If he try make it sound, put his face on the shirt. Bitch, I'm a gremlin, I come from the jungle. You either a rap or a fiend or a plug. We scream.